All
Yeah,
right.
it changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I used to see it up in the top left corner, but now it's at the bottom. But if you want to pause it, it's up there. So anyway, okay. Well, I'm gonna pray, and then we will get started with some training. Dear Lord, thank you so, so much for these ladies who were able to have time to be on our meeting tonight. Thank you for all those that are going to watch the recording later. I pray that you would just help the information that is shared on this meeting to be helpful and practical, that we would just see our unit grow, and that we would just see you working in our lives. Thank you so much for all you've done for us, and I pray that you would just help this to be a very fun time together. May I pray? Amen. Okay, so if you weren't able to wear your favorite t-shirt, because I know it's been a crazy day, so maybe not everybody's able to do that. Just let's start with Evelyn. I know you were able to. Why is this your favorite t-shirt? I'm just curious. I don't know if there's a real reason.
Right? No, mostly the color. It's just bright.
I love that
blue
color.
and stripy and stretchy. Well, okay, stretchy.
Is it one of those like wicking shirts where it's like the dry fit?
Yeah, it does like the runchy thing on the
I
sides.
love those. It's a really good color on you. Blue is a good color on you. Okay, so Mom, I know you didn't have time to change before our meeting, but like if you were gonna wear your favorite t-shirt, which one is it? Do you even know?
It is my happy t-shirt that has a bee on the top, and it's Be Happy. And funny story, my husband, it's an interesting looking bee, and he was like, fly happy?
You're like, sure, I'll wear it on the airplane. Fly happy. All right, Janine, I would love to know. I don't even know if you had a chance to change, because
I did not have a chance to change. I was hoping my shirt was okay. I'm like, oh, is it dirty or whatever?
This is t-shirt night. This is the day to wear.
No, but normally it would be something like this, or pajama pants. Like, I know that doesn't count, but that would be,
so comfy. No, pajama pants count. That has been there. There's a lot I love about being in person, but I will say my favorite part of doing our meetings from home is that I'm always comfortable on the bottom, no matter what. There's a lot of PJ pants that happen even with the director's suit up top. So I understand that. For me, it's clearly my Disney shirt. I have like a lot of t-shirts I like, but this one I bought for our most recent Disney trip, and every time I wear it, it just makes me think of that, and I love it. And I thought, I don't usually remember to wear these earrings, but it seems like a Monday Night Live is a good time for lipstick earrings, you know? So that's what we did with that. So, okay, let me share with you guys about our sharing contest we're gonna run. So I had a couple different, I thought about this, and I really just landed on it just a few minutes before the meeting, which is always how I operate. I always like think about things, but then I have a hard time getting it nailed down until we're like there. So here's what we're gonna do. I know that in the past we have done our 50 parties in a month contest really successfully. So what I thought we could do is we're gonna do 30 share. Actually, I'm sorry, the chart has 28. It was a pre-made chart, and I thought it would be it was challenging to get it to 28. So 28 instead of 30. That is the real talk. If we can do 28 shares by the end of the month, I'll be giving away a free pedicure to whoever wins. So if you're not local, and I know a lot of people are not, I'll send you, like, tell me where your favorite place is, and I will send you the exact amount for a pedicure. And you have to pinky promise me that you're not going to use it for like your bills or for groceries. It is for a pedicure, okay? Because I know you could use it for those things. And as women, sometimes we're like, oh, but this is no. This is for, you earned it because you did the work. So that's my only qualification on this, is you have to actually use it for your pedicure. And if you have a place where I can like buy you a gift card online or whatever, like a certificate, we can do that too. But I know a lot of nail places are a little more like mom and pop where they may not offer that. So I'll just send you the money for it. But I just thought that sounded so nice, like a pedicure. I'm like, oh, I love those. I guess you could do manicure if you would rather do that, because they're similar. But I just thought that'd be really fun. And it's going to be a really easy, in my opinion, contest to do, because it's just going to be one of those where we're going to blitz it. Honestly, I don't think it's going to take us till the end of the month. I think it might take us till the end of the week to do this. But if it's successful, it's something that we might do again. So this is a little bit of a trial run, but here's how it's going to work. I made a video where I shared my Mary Kay journey just a little bit. It's about a 10-minute video. I've shared the link on our page before, but I'll share it again. So what we're going to do is you're going to ask, whoever comes to mind, friends, family, good customer, I'm going to encourage you to ask the people you really want on your team. Because I know sometimes we ask the people that we're like, I know she'll say yes, but I know she's not going to sign up. Like if it's like your great aunt Susan, who's going to support you just because she loves you, but she's not going to do Mary Kay, you can ask her, but I'm going to encourage you to do yourself a favor and really focus on the women where you're like, I could really see them, even if you're not sure they would do it, people you could see, wow, I think they'd be great at this. I think they'd enjoy this, whether it's for the sisterhood or for the income, whatever it is, because there's so many different parts of Mary Kay that I love. Not everybody does Mary Kay for the income. Some people do it because this is like the best group of friends you can have, in my opinion. So some people do it for reasons that aren't necessarily income. So don't just think about the people that may need that part-time income, because there are people who just need a fun thing on their Monday evenings and they want to get their own stuff half price. And then they're going to sell to a few friends and family. And that's okay for them. That works for them. If that's who you are, that's fine, because Mary Kay is so flexible. But that's what I would say is kind of be thoughtful of like who you're sharing with, but you're going to share my video link with them. And I will have a script that I will share with this as well. But then the other thing, here's what's going to make this, in my opinion, kind of easy is now they can't just watch the video. Okay. That doesn't count. That's like half of it. But then there's a short little survey that I made where people can fill out this survey. And Nancy has an almost identical survey that they've used for her unit for years. It works great. But when your customer, friend, family member, whoever it is, watches the video and fills out the survey, that's when it counts. Now on the survey, it's going to ask her like what she learned in the video. I'll share the survey. You can click on it and read through it. In fact, I'd encourage you to click on the survey and look and see what are they saying. You can even fill it out yourself if you'd like to. It just goes to me, so I'm not going to be like, wait, who's Amy Miller? Or like I won't be like totally blown out of the water. So if you want to actually fill one out just to practice and see what it's like, sometimes it's really good to put ourselves in our customers' shoes. I would encourage you to like watch the video and then fill out the survey and see what that's like as if you were them, and send it out. So the survey on there, almost all the questions on there are required. So it has me get their name, their phone number, their email, that kind of stuff. And at the end, one of the last questions is, okay, would you be willing to do a phone call or a follow-up over, like, I think I put down video chat or in person, because I know not everyone's local. And if they are, then they can get a lip gloss or mascara. So that's what's in it for them. And I put myself on the hook for the lip gloss or mascara. Okay, now not everybody's going to say yes to doing a follow-up phone call. So you will get credit if they fill out the survey. That's not in question, but they can get a lip gloss or mascara if they will do a follow-up phone call. Not everyone will say yes to that, but it's a great way to find out who's actually interested in learning a little bit more, having a little bit more of a conversation. But it makes it really easy on your end to get your entry, but it also helps us not just leave it at all just like a video survey, but then there's no personal connection. If someone's a little bit interested, then we can go take that a step further. We can do a 3-way phone call, or we could invite them to a coffee and conversations, something like that, where they can like take that next step and learn more. And a lot of people might be like, I'm still not sure if I want to do this, but I like lip gloss, I like mascara, so I think I do it for that. So for on their end, tell them, hey, you can win a lip gloss or mascara. They get to choose which one they want. I even let them choose the shade. I try to be really flexible with it, because I want this to be something they want to do. So let them know like, hey, your choice, if you watch this video, fill out the survey, there's a question at the end. If you're willing to do like a quick phone call or something, you can get a lip gloss or mascara. So they might not say yes because they want to join, but they might say yes because they like mascara. And then they might find out that they're actually kind of intrigued with the Mary Kay opportunity. That's how it was for me. I didn't listen because I wanted to start Mary Kay. I wanted to listen because it helped my Mary Kay gal with the contest. So here's a contest. Let them know it helps you. Honestly, people that may not be like, how some people are procrastinators like me, sometimes they need a reason. Everyone's like, what? I don't know anything about that. Sometimes they need a reason to act now. So if you let them know, hey, I'm in a contest, I have to get this done, by the end of the month, would you be willing to do that this week? Because we have to do 30, and I know the more I can do, the faster we can get there. 28, I keep saying 30, it's 28 on the chart. In the future, I'll probably try to recreate the chart, but I was trying to do it quick because I figured what mattered more was that we got it done than that I had the exact number. So that's what I'm planning on doing for the shares contest. Now, does anybody have any questions about it? Because I feel like there's usually one or two where it's like, okay, can you clarify this? How is this going to work? Yes.
So one thing you said was win a lip gloss or mascara, but they would actually get one if they did the phone call. So there's not like another contest.
Yes.
So
Correct. That is a good, yes, that's a good thing. So it's not like they'll be entered into a drawing and maybe they'll win. They will most definitely get a lip gloss or mascara if they do the follow-up call. Now they may not, they may just watch the video and do the survey to help you, and that's fine. That still helps you, but it helps them if they do the follow-up call. So I want there to be something in it for everyone. And that way, no matter what's their motivation, because some people are motivated to help their consultant, some people are motivated because they want to earn something free or get something free. So I'm trying to make it so that everybody has a reason to participate. That's a great question. Anything else? Okay, I wanted it to be easy and fun. Like, this is the kind of thing where I'm like, okay, I can do this. And the squares are really cute with like the charts. So I'm going to put your faces on them, you know, as you, just like we used to do at the party. So it's just kind of fun. We get to, I don't know, see how many we do in there. Obviously, the more shares you do, the more entries you'd have, because you get 1 entry per share. I don't think I said that, so I should clarify that. 1 entry per share. And then here's the other thing. You can also get $100 cash if we do the 10 envelopes contest. Now the 10 envelopes contest is if we get 10 new people in our unit this month. We already have 2. So I feel like if we do a concentrated effort for a sharing contest, some of those people will potentially join our unit. And then that pushes us closer with the envelope contest. And when we have 10 people join our unit, one of those envelopes has $100 in it. So somebody in our unit, if they recruit someone and get a new teammate, they could get that $100. So there's a lot more in it than just a pedicure. Like, this leads to bigger things. Now, the 10 envelopes contest, we're going to keep doing that month in, month out until we get there. But I kind of think that if we really put our minds to it, it could be this month. I don't see a reason it can't, because I think sometimes we think, well, next month will be easier. I just already know next month probably won't be easier. That's just not the way the world works. I kept thinking next week will slow down. I've been thinking that for like 6 weeks now. It hasn't. So that's just how it is sometimes. So I would say just, you know, set aside a few minutes, send out some messages. I would, here's another thing to know. This is great for people who are watching the recording and those that are on live. I call it your megaphone voice. Your megaphone voice is when you do like a general shout out to people. So you could put this on your customer page. You can use your megaphone voice and say, hey guys, I'm doing this really fun contest. Here's a link for a video. Here's the link for the survey. You can put that in the comments, and that's your megaphone voice. You might catch, out of the 50 or so people that see it, you might catch 1 or 2. That's your megaphone voice. It's a layer, but if that's all you do, you may get 1 or 2, you may get nobody. So I would say it's a good idea to use your megaphone voice, but also your whisper voice. And that is where you're privately texting or messaging. And honestly, 99.9% of your results come with the whisper voice. So I don't think it's a bad thing to use your megaphone. I think it's smart because it's layering, and then you can give a shout out to anybody that participates up on your Facebook page, you know, because that can build interest. So it's not a bad idea to layer it, but I would not do that in place of the private messaging, because you're not going to get the results you're looking for. Because this isn't just about winning a pedicure, just about completing a contest. It's about, okay, who needs Mary Kay? Who can I help get there? How can I, you know, help someone start a business, or how can I help her get her own products half price? You know, if that's what she's looking to do, and then just wants to service a few friends and family members. So that's something that I think is good to do. I've been starting to use my megaphone voice on my parties, where I'm adding the link and then the survey in the comments, but it's a megaphone. If I really want to get somebody who's going to listen to it, I'm going to private message them and say, hey, I don't know if you saw this in the party, but, and that's where I'm going to share that again. So I would just encourage you to layer. You could text all of your customers, you know, or text or message them all on Facebook, you know, however you tend to communicate best with your customers. But the easiest way to do a shares contest, I will say this always, is make a list. And it's like, wow, you've said that like 8,000 times, but it always comes back to a list. You don't know who to share with if you don't know who to share with. So that's as simple and as complicated as that. So anybody else have any other questions? I know I just kind of gave a lot of stuff extra, but.
I know, like with your megaphone voice thing, sometimes I'll put something on my Facebook page and won't really think people are seeing it too much. But then when I do that second, they'll say, oh yeah, I saw that over there. And they are seeing it. And that's kind of a confidence booster too, that it is a layering process.
Absolutely. And I mean, there's a lot of statistics and market research that shows that people have to hear something multiple times before they'll make a decision. So that's why layering is good. And then what I do is, if someone says yes, like in a private message, and they watch the video and take the survey, I'll go back and comment on my main post on Facebook and publicly thank them, because that pops that post up again. So then those 2 other people that were kind of thinking about it, oh yeah, I kind of forgot that Janine was in this contest right now, you know? So that's like, it's a circle where you're keeping it in front of their minds. And you could, if it were me, I'd probably share about the mascaras and lip glosses, so they're excited to know what they could win, because they may not know all of our shades. They may not know that we have like 5 or 6 different mascaras. So you could feature those, and that would be a great way to build their interest as well. Yeah, I think that would be a smart way to kind of keep working full circle. So excellent. Okay, well, I'm going to turn it over to Mom to do some career path recognition. And then after that, Evelyn graciously was like, hey, I can jump in and help, because I know Mindy called me and she was like, I am so sorry, I want to be there. So Mindy wasn't able to be on live, but Evelyn is going to take over her section right after that. So, all right, Mom, go ahead.
I almost forgot to unmute. Okay. All right. So I don't think we have any brand new beauty consultants on here tonight. We do have a couple new ones in our unit though this past week. So that's pretty cool. And hopefully a few more in the next couple weeks. And then do we have any new senior consultants on here tonight? Yeah. Let's see. And you know, it's not always the first person we ask, right? And then there can sometimes they join. I had somebody join and order 2 days later with like they were in. Sometimes they join and then they need to think about it and talk to people, and it takes a while before they come active. So my hint there is just keep asking people, because it'll build to what it is. If we just focus on one person, then it can feel like, well, what's that person doing or whatever. So just kind of being broad with this contest. That's great. Okay. Star recruiters, team builders, 3 to 4 active team members. I don't think we have any on tonight. And both Evelyn and Janine are both seniors, right? Yes.
Correct.
Very good. So next thing is being a star recruiter, which is 3 to 4 active team members. And that really boosts your commissions. They go from, I don't know what it is, like 3%. It's not a big percent when it's 4%.
Yeah.
It goes to 9 to 13%, depending on how many people order and how much you order. It boosts in there, and that starts to be like a nice little chunk. So keep going. It's like a fun little extra paycheck later. Okay. Then team leaders, 5 to 7 team members. Is that where Amanda falls right now?
She is so close. She has 4 active right now, but it's like so close. Cheer her on, you guys. She is so close to being team leader.
Because that's a jump too, I think, when you get in there a little bit.
It is, yes.
And then elite team leader is 8 or more active team members. And then DIQ is when you have 10 personal team and you're working towards directorship, which is 30 active, which right now we're at 29 in our unit, but not 29 active in our unit. So that's what we're working on. But when you guys get team members, that goes in our number. So I won't be able to do it alone, but I've got a lot of you are senior consultants, which I don't think that always happens that way. So, and Mindy is like so close to being a red jacket and has been right there. So we need to just keep cheering her on too with this thing. And then we have our fabulous director. We used to put that on the list, and lately it's not on there, but
I forget to put it on the list.
So what's great about being a director? Tell us about that.
Well, I just can't even lie to you. Those commission checks get real nice when you become a director. It's how you replace my income. So that is, I mean, just truly, that's one of my favorite things. But the other thing is being able to have that full-time income on a flexible schedule. So I get to make as much as I was teaching, except my time is my own. So when I have a crazy week, it's not crazy with things that I can't take care of during the day, and then I'm panicking in the evening. So I love it. Oh, I think you're muted.
We're in our last week of school, so panic mode is who we are right now. We cannot wait until noon on Friday.
I understand that. Okay, I think at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Evelyn, and she's going to do some recognition for those that were selling and those that maybe, recruited a team member last week. So I'm excited.
I was gonna say, I think we're gonna go real quick on this part.
It's small beginning today. That's okay.
So first off, we get to recognize anybody who had any kind of sale whatsoever last week, big or small, who got to sell something. Hey, that's a great thing. We'll always build on that. And I did see that there were actually, what, 3 of you that did Grand Day Achievers last week? At least you and your mom, and I want to say Kayla jumped in, but I could be wrong.
I think Kayla.
That's
right.
today. Okay, there we go. So
Several
congratulations, you
overnight,
guys.
yeah. So exciting.
That's always exciting. I love it when you guys remember, when people remember to put it up in the group too, because it just motivates everybody else. Like, oh yeah, that is possible.
Let's do it. I know.
It'll happen.
Nice to see that sometimes.
Right. So excuse me. So who had the high sales for the week? Is that going to be you or your mom, I wonder?
Well, let's see. Did anybody sell over 100 last week? Wave wildly. Okay. 150, over 150, over 200.
There you go. Woo-hoo. And there's the
Okay.
Okay, did you go over 3? Are we queen of sales?
So here's the deal. We're allowed to count a sale before we get the money.
Yes.
But I'm not counting my last sale, which is a volume firm yet. So that keeps me at like 230 or so because I threw it out there to her. And here's a little hint. The volume firm runs out the fastest in the repair set. So I usually tell them if they want to get a second one at the same time, I'll give them the second one for half price.
You said the volume firm. What are you talking about?
The
volume
lifting
firm?
serum, the lifting
gotcha.
serum. The lifting serum is $70 and it runs out faster. So I usually let them buy one, get one half price. So I haven't heard back from her. So we'll still call it at 230.
230. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Way to go.
And honestly, I haven't added up my sales from last week, so I'm not even sure where it landed. It's somewhere around there. Parties are where it's at. So, I would like to, I'm going to interrupt you real quick, Evelyn. I know that on our 5 Days of Faves practice party, I have been very hit, mostly miss on that. I would just like to apologize. I always mean to get to it, and then it has just been crazy. So I do plan, fingers and toes crossed, to actually get the rest of those videos up in there this week so you guys have something to work off of. I apologize. I think of it randomly at times where I can't do anything about it. So I'm planning to, as I go through my personal party this week, do the video there and then immediately do the video over in our practice parties because I'll already have all my stuff set up. So just want to let you know that I haven't forgotten, even though it definitely looks like I have. Okay, back to what you're saying.
Not a problem. Good to know. I'm going to take a shot in the dark to do it on my own this week myself. So yeah, all sorts of learning curves. Anyway, sorry, that was totally off to subject. So the recognition, there were 4 or 5 of us that were igniters this month so far. So that's anybody that did 300, ordered at least 300 in the wholesale by the 15th. So yay for everybody.
Wave if you were an igniter.
I got to do that too. That's great, exciting. And did anybody get to do any shares last week? No. What, Amy?
I know, she always does like 16 a week.
Right?
Yeah, it is muted, I think.
So I have a couple that I'm still waiting on the call for that have watched the video. And then Robin, she joined last week and there was a lot of sharing happening leading up to that, but she joined on Thursday, I think.
So we'll
But
recognize that in just a second. But yeah, it was shares leading up to that.
Yeah.
Yep. But so that's awesome. So you did, I didn't, and so then Amy is still going strong and leading
But
us
next
all down
Monday,
that
I
path.
bet we'll have lots of recognition in this piece.
Right, and with that contest, hey, it's on.
I know. I'm very motivated by contests.
Who doesn't like winning stuff?
I'm sure you have no idea.
No, not at all. Okay, so right, as you were saying, that leads into anybody recruiting new teammates last week. So yay, Amy.
And Whitney, both.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell us just a little bit about your new teammate. I know she couldn't be on tonight, but if you want to just kind of give her an introduction, that'd be great.
Sure, it's Robin Hall, and she's just super fun. I have never actually met her. And she is in Arizona, so through a party. And I think probably on the this and that post, she said that, and then we did follow-up call. And she's been kind of thinking about it. We've been kind of just tossing it back and forth, and she made the decision to join. And I'm pretty excited. She's doing a great job. She's doing all the checking her boxes, all the start stuff. So I think she's going to do a really, it's going to be, I think she said for vacation money for her family is what she's working for. And she works for the police department, I think in records.
Yeah, I think that's right. Because I talked to her.
She's in Southern Arizona, not in Santan Valley. Do you know where that is, Evelyn? I think it's in Eastern Phoenix, but I need to look it up on a map. She'll be watching later and she can be like, no, that's not where it is. Sorry, Robin.
And my teammate from last week, her name is Kayla, and she was actually in our unit. Oh man, I want to say a year and a half ago is when she kind of first started, but during COVID, things just got, I know a lot of us really had a lot of stuff, but she had a lot going on. So she kind of stepped back from Mary Kay. But what I love about Mary Kay is that you can do that and then come back when it's the right time for you. And she is so excited. She learned over the course of the pandemic how much she loves being her own boss. Because she picked up a couple jobs where they're very flexible and she chooses her schedule. And it made sense to her how Mary Kay could fit in to her current schedule where she gets to pick when she's doing what. So we're going to do her debut, not this week, but next week. And she is so excited about it. And we are just ready to just do this business relaunch. I think it's going to be a really great decision. So really excited about that. Okay, I think that's the last thing on that section. Thank you, Evelyn. Let's give her a round of applause. This was her first time to cover that section. And the first time you cover anything like that, it's like a little stressful because you're like, wait, what am I saying next? I've never said this before. So she did great. And Janine, this is totally an interruption of my thought, but I keep seeing your nails and I just love them. They are like so pretty. Can you show? My mom was like trying to see. They're just like absolutely fabulous. And I keep meaning to say something, but I just had to. I know. I just did mine again, but they had been, I had naked nails for quite a while. My toes are still that way. I was like, let's wear some closed-toed shoes today, no sandals, because so that's like just free for nothing. All right, so a couple announcements, a little update on our May goals. I did just share this, but just so you know, we have 2 out of 10 for how many we're looking forward to add to our unit this month. So Mom has her name on an envelope, and here's what we're going to do. I will also put my name on an envelope, but I'm giving away the prizes and things. So what'll happen is before I do the prize drawings, I'll have my husband go through and just make sure my prize is not the $100 cash because I'm not going to take that away from someone in our unit. So just so you guys know, I won't rig it, but I will make sure that he'll just move it around so that we, somebody in the unit will actually get that. And then as far as production, I am so excited to give away that bag, like with the bow. I really love it. And I really want to give it away. We are currently, at least as of a couple hours ago, at $3,839.50 for our production for our unit. We're looking to do 10,000. I saw our other little guest come through, but that puts us, I put the number up earlier. So we're about 6,000, just over 6,000 away from our goal. But honestly, we always in the history of the Fearless unit, we do more the second half than the first half. So let's just keep doing what we're supposed to do, doing our parties and sharing the opportunity. And it comes together when it's supposed to. This is another contest that we will just keep doing it until we hit what we're going to do. But I honestly, it's just like that sharing contest. I think we can do it this month, but we're going to have to be really determined. And I think sometimes when we don't push ourselves, it's like, well, we'll try it in June. And then June comes around, we hit June 20th, and we're like, well, you know what, July, that's not that far away. So I'm just going to encourage you that if there's something where it's like in the back of your mind and you're like, I know I need to be trying this next thing in business, just like go ahead and do it, because you will always thank yourself. In 2 months, you'll look back and go, wow, I'm so glad that I actually got that done. Or you can every month go, oh, I wish I'd started doing this 2 months ago. So that's always the option we have. But I would just encourage you, keep doing your parties. I never want people to order just to order, sell in order to order. And that's how we'll get where we're going to go. So I'm really excited about that. And then this Thursday, slight change to our schedule. We originally had a self-care skincare virtual facial on the books, but my grandparents are going to be coming in to town on that day. So Nancy and I chatted about it. So instead of doing virtual facials, we're going to do a posting party in that group. So there will still be a guest event, but it won't be video facials. Oh, Mom's typing something. I see the grin. Something's happening. I'm sure we'll find out soon. But that is gonna work, and Nancy's really gonna. She didn't know they were getting here that day. I know, we were surprised too, but they're getting in on the 20th. So we just felt like it would be better to, instead of trying to see if that would work last minute, we're just going to do a posting party. So the nice thing about a posting party is you don't have to send out samples. So it's going to be focused on our new summer products. So if you have some customers that would be interested in this kind of thing, you can invite as many customers as you want, because you don't have to send out samples for it. So even if they've already seen the summer products, like we talked about earlier, layering is always a good thing. So you can invite, as many of your customers as you want to. It'll be in the Get Pinked group, which is where we've done the virtual facials before. So if you're not already in there, just let me know and I'll make sure we get you invited, and then you can invite your guests, and that'll be great. Does anybody have any questions about Thursday?
So there'll be some giveaways again at the Get Pinked.
I'm fairly sure. I think it'll be a
Commenting giveaway.
Yes, but strangely enough, I have been very uninvolved in the setting up of it because Nancy has really taken that over because she's a wonderful person and I have had some other things going on. So I'm like 99% sure there will be a comments giveaway, but I will confirm that so that you know whether or not to tell your guests that. But
right, yeah.
my guess is
sometimes that little extra, there's a giveaway, just
yes.
They'll jump on there a little quicker. Absolutely. And I mean, I guess we could personally do one.
Yeah, that I would say like, maybe
people.
You could let your people know, hey, if you comment on 7 of the 10 posts and I see you in there, then I'll, so you could definitely do a DIY giveaway. And she said it'll be about 10 posts, just 30 minutes. So it's going to be very traditional. She has party posts scheduled for the whole week, morning and evening. So the more we participate and comment on those, the more exciting the party feels. And the cool thing is, if you've had guests in this group before, and they we're in there for a virtual facial, they're probably still in the group unless they removed themselves. So just tag them and let them know, hey, you're already in this group. We're going to do a special party on Thursday all about the new summer products, because they're already in the group. So if you give them that heads up, they might, be engaged for it better than they would have been if we had not said anything. So yeah, any other questions about Thursday? It'll be 7:30, like it has been, 7:30 Central. And the nice thing about a posting party is that if you can't be on live, it's really easy to jump in later. Which is
Are you sure it's not a different time?
I'm pretty sure. Let me check. I think I have a Voxer message about this. Let me go back and look. I will tell you guys live in just a moment. Let me look at it.
My mind is, there's a lot going on in my life, so I might be totally off, but I thought.
Do you think there was a different time?
7 p.m.
Oh, well then, glad she said that. So 7 p.m. And then once again, just, if you people need to hop on later, that's not a big deal. That is everything I have written down for announcements. So kind of a shorter meeting tonight, but I enjoyed it. I hope everybody has a great night. Amanda was originally going to give us some inspiration to take on the road, but we talked about it a little bit earlier. Her car, the scheduling for all of that just did not work out. But I do just want to say, as a director, just thank you, ladies, for being part of this. It's really fun to be a director, and my guess is, I don't know this from experience, but I'm sure it's probably not this fun for other directors because they maybe have to do a lot of work for their unit. You ladies are you take care of yourselves really well, and you love on each other so well. I have a couple other directors that are in our group, and I regularly get comments from them like, wow, your people are just so supportive of each other. You have such a fun group. And that's not me. I am one person in the group. Our group is this 58 other people that are in there. So that's all you guys. So thank you for being so supportive and just loving on each other, because that makes all the difference. Facebook can be kind of a negative place sometimes. And I just love that is never true of our group. Our group is like the happiest, funniest place. And I love it. We are the GIF ladies, and I could not be more proud of that. It's so fun. And it's just incredible to me. There's just not a spirit of competition. The only people we're in competition with is ourselves, to be our best version of ourselves. And wow, way to go, congratulations, whenever anybody has a grand day or gets a unit member. There's never any underlying current of just, negativity. So I just wanted to publicly thank you guys for that, because that's, I just don't take that for granted. I think that really matters, and I just really appreciate you. So we'll call that our inspiration for tonight. Keep up the great work. So have a great night, ladies. Anybody have anything they want to add real quick, or Okay, we do have coffee and conversations at 7:15. Does anybody on here have any guests that are planning to come? It's okay if you don't. I'm just trying to get a little bit of a head count.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I will make a couple quick checks because there's a couple people that we just can't seem to get our phone call in.
Yeah,
So
I understand that.
I'll give it a round and just see what happens. Everybody's always, things are busy, but this is end of school year graduations and
It's
stuff. And
crazy.
it's a little crazier these
It
2
is.
weeks,
I
maybe.
agree with that. So if you do, if anybody does end up having a guest that they're going to have come on tonight, if you could just text me just so I kind of know, because we're going to use Nancy's link tonight. So she was just kind of asking me a little bit about like who all to expect and everything. That would be excellent. And then we do have one next week as well. So that's really good to know for our competition, because if you have someone and they watch the survey and they want to do a follow-up call, I think a phone call before next Monday is definitely best. But if we can't get it coordinated in there before next Monday, we do have next Monday at 7:15 Central as an option to do a follow-up after the survey. Coffee and Conversations would count for them to get their lip gloss or mascara. So that's just a good thing to know. So, okay, have a great
So
night, guys.
Just
Oh, yeah.
checking if they watch the video and they do the survey and they come to coffee and conversation. That's it.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Or in place of coffee and conversation, it could be a three-way phone call. Or if they wanted to do just like a video chat with coffee, we could. Most people don't choose that option, but if you had someone who wanted to, that would also count. Phone calls are usually really quick. Generally speaking, they're 10 minutes or less. So let people know that too, because I think people are just scared because they don't have 30 minutes for a phone call, and that's okay. I don't.
If it goes longer, it's because they're asking questions.
And I
Mhm.
build in the time on my end that I can go longer, but I will not make it longer unless I'm just, answering their questions. So you can say 10-minute phone call for a follow-up, but I mean, they don't have to do that. You still get credit, but that's how they'll get their stuff. So make sure you watch the video. I will be putting all of this up in the Fearless unit with the links and things and a script. But if you get a minute tonight to watch the video and then fill out the survey, that'll be a really great way for you to know exactly what the process is going to look like for them. And then you will be very ready to answer their questions if they have any. So, all right, see you guys later. Bye.